What's up guys, Burnished here with TGN.TV. Today I'm making a SWTOR video because I cannot wait for this game. I am going to be going over one of the classes, and that's going to be Sith Inquisitor, but I'm going to mainly be going over specifically the advanced spec Sorcerer because that looks freaking awesome. And I'm going to be comparing a lot of the skills to WoW skills like shamans and druids and all that kind of stuff, because I think it's the most generic to compare it to, but also because I play quite a lot of WoW, so a lot of the skills remind me a lot of the skills of the WoW than the stuff. Anywho, let's get into this. Alright, so Sith Inquisitor, advanced class level 10. So level 10, we're going to choose a Sorcerer. Yeah, Sorcerer's awesome. By the way, the level cap is actually level 50. I think they announced it at E3, so that's pretty cool. So, you know, you learn like your Sith Inquisitor Sorcerer Lightning thing, you know, quite early on sort of thing. You have it for 30 levels, which is quite good. So pretty much you have two main talent trees, and then you got a shared one, which is quite cool. I haven't actually seen that in any other game. I think they might have it in Rift. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played it. So yeah. But first we have Lightning, which is like your mage and your boomkin and your elemental shaman and all that stuff. And this is pretty cool because well, once you choose these, you get passive skills and a couple of non-passive skills. And first one is I cannot pronounce that to save my life. Anyway, it makes 4 speed, which I will go into later, have a 100% chance to remove all movement impairing effects and grants immunity to those effects for its duration. The duration is about 2 seconds. That's pretty cool. It's sort of I wonder if they're gonna bring out a blink maybe, but I suppose that could be used as sort of a blink. You like in arcane mages in World of Warcraft, they get the speed boost after their blink, so it's sort of comparable to that. Next one they get is Lightning Barrage, which is where affliction critical hits have a 100% chance to grant Lightning Barrage. This causes your next force lightning to channel twice, to tick twice as fast. This effect cannot occur more than once every 10 seconds. This is pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of arcane mages currently because of no, in fact it reminds me a lot of mages in Wrath of the Lich King. That's what it reminds me of, because they still had arcane missiles and they could use it whenever they wanted, but if they got a certain proc, then it would like increase the speed of it, that's just what it reminds me of pretty much. Now we move on to Corruption, which is the healing one, which is probably what I'm going to be going, because I play a disc priest on WoW, for those of you who watch my WoW videos. So it's looking to be my sort of class. And first we get what is with the names of these spells? I cannot pronounce them. Revivification. Heals all allies within 8 meters for a certain amount of health. Targets remaining in the area heal for an additional blah 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 over 10 seconds. This is basically like a prayer of mending from the priest, and then mixed with a healing rain for shaman. So it's a heal straight away to everybody. If they stay in that one spot where you put the heal, then they'll continue being healed over 10 seconds, which is quite a nice spell. It's definitely good for PvE. Next they have Force Bending, which is your Resurgence, yeah, that's it. Has a 100% chance to grant Force Bending, which reduces the cast time of your next Dark Heal, Dark Infusion and Revivification by 30%. This reminds me a hell of a lot of Holy Paladins in World of Warcraft, because they get Infusion of Light, which reduces the cast time of their Divine Light, and this is just basically what it reminds me of. So that's the healing side of things, and this is Madness, which is the shared one, which looks pretty cool as well. It causes all critical hits from periodic damage abilities to restore 1% of your total health and force, which is quite nice. So if you're playing the lightning tree and you get lots of crits, then you're going to be healed as well. That just reminds me of Shadow Priest, you know, because of their buff. This game is Their classes are very similar to WoW classes, but sort of infused together. And then they get Death Field, which is creates a death field around the target, dealing 965 internal damage and stealing 77 health from up to 3 targets within 8 meters, within an 8-meter radius. If any of you have seen the E3 trailer, no, not the E3 trailer, the trailer of the Sith Inquisitor, at the very end, I think this is what this is, because you see the Inquisitor do some weird ground thing and then suddenly loads of stuff goes into his lightsaber. I think that's the draining effect. So that's what I think that is. Okay, now I'm going to actually move on to the skills. And first we have the starting abilities. This is the skills that you obviously start off with straight away as soon as you start the game, you know, as soon as you load it up, create character. And you get Lightning Drain, which deals very high damage and restores force over the duration of the effect, which I suppose will lead up to more devastating abilities. And Lightning Drain also reduces the movement speed of the target by 50% and stuns weakened standard enemies. This reminds me a lot of Mind Flayer in World of Warcraft from Shadow Priest, because it has the movement reducing effect and it's a channeled spell. Then you have Meditation, which you pause and meditate to restore your health and force. Damage can cause this effect to end prematurely, cannot be used in combat. This is like drinks in WoW, I guess, like water or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Then you get Saber Strike, which is one of the skills I don't want to go into that much. It deals 100% weapon damage spread across a flurry of melee attacks. This is for the assassins. Shocks the target with high energy damage, and this uses force. So I'm guessing you would be doing lightning drain, lightning drain, lightning drain, and then you use shock as soon as you got enough force to use it, because it has the 6-second cooldown. Although lightning drain has 15-second cooldown, so I think that's to make room for Sith Inquisitor, Sorcerer to maybe use their lightsaber a bit more, so do some melee combat as well as, you know, range combat. So it's a bit, yeah. We'll have to see how it does. Now we go on to the Sith Inquisitor Trainer, who obviously lets us learn skills, and these cost credits, which I obviously assume is the currency. Overload rank 1 deals moderate energy damage and knockback to all enemies within 8 meters. Standard and weak enemies are additionally knocked down for 3 seconds. This reminds me a hell of a ton of Thunderstorm, one of my most favorite skills in the whole of World of Warcraft, because you can just launch people off cliffs and stuff, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing with this skill. So that looks pretty amazing. You get Electrocute, which electrocutes the target, dealing low energy damage and stunning it for 5 seconds. That's pretty cool, because it's sort of like a deep freeze, I guess, but without the increase to damage or any of that shit. So it's a nice little stun. That'd be very, very, very useful in PvP. Whirlwinds, which this reminds me a hell of a ton of a druid, and you'll see why. Traps the target in a whirlwind for 15 seconds. Every 3 seconds, the electrical whirlwind zaps up to 6 enemies within 8 meters of the target for low energy damage. Damage causes this effect to end prematurely. This is a cyclone, pretty much, except for you can still damage the target, so it's more like a polymorph mixed in with a cyclone, so it's a flying cat. Just imagine it that way. Now we go on to Dark Heal, which is heals a friendly target for a moderate amount of HP, and that's your first heal. So you don't get your first heal until level 8. So there has been an announcement at E3 I know of that is where you can start PvP from level 1, so I won't be healing at level 1 PvP, which kind of sucks, because I love healing. It's my most favourite thing to do. Don't ask me why, because I have no frickin' clue. But it looks like I'm going to have to wait until level 8. Fun. Lightning Drain rank 2, so this is basically a stronger version of that, which is cool. Backlash, which is a 2-minute cooldown, and it surrounds the caster in a lightning shield, increases resistance to damage by 25% for 15 seconds. In addition, once per second the shield shocks melee attackers, dealing low energy damage. This will be, again, an amazing skill for PvP. It's sort of like a pain suppression, I guess, mixed in with lightning shield from the shaman. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool anyway. Unbreakable Will, definitely PvP talent. Summons the Unbreakable Will of the Sith. immediately freeing you of all incapacitating and controlling effects. So it's a trinket. For those of you who play WoW, you know what I mean. Now, 4 speed, haha, finally. This is what the sorcerer has the passive ability for. Increases movement speed by 70% for 2 seconds. So for those 2 seconds, it suppresses all movement impairing effects, which is quite cool, because that means if you're being trained by a Sith warrior, you can slow him, or at least run away, then start slowing him with your drain force. Is it drain force? No, lightning drain. My bad. Now we have Cloud Mind, which is a PvE ability. It clouds the mind of an enemy, instantly lowering the threat to a moderate amount, which is quite cool. So that means you can do more pew pew, and your tank won't rage quit and be annoyed at you, and then kill you, and yeah. Deflection increases chance of deflecting blaster bolts by 70% for 15 seconds. That's pretty nice. Guess sort of like a retail on warriors, maybe. Maybe. Still pretty nice, especially considering you have wonderful effects against warriors, and now you also have wonderful things against people like bounty hunters and imperial agents and troopers and all those good people. Sacrifice, which is amazing. Sacrifices your companion for instant health to 75% of your total health, which is awesome. It's like free health, yay. Screw your companion. Although he's probably helpful, because still. Anyway, and we get onto the final skill, which is possibly my most favourite. Nightmare. 2-minute cooldown. Sends a nightmare down upon all enemies within 8 meters, causing them to cower in fear for 8 seconds. Damage caused, effects descends prematurely. This is just like a psychic scream from the priests in WoW. So you go wee, and then everyone runs off. Although it has a 2-minute cooldown, which is it's a bit long, but still it's a good form of CC, and we do have quite a few bits of CC. So it looks to be a pretty amazing class. Definitely very useful in PvP, along with the damage side and the healing side. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I have been Burnished, and tune in next time.